What if I told you the most dangerous relationship you'll ever experience starts like a fairy tale? What if the person who says you're their soulmate, after 2 weeks, isn't obsessed with you? They're positioning you. If someone overwhelms you with affection, compliments, constant attention, and big promises right away, don't relax. Pay attention. Because manipulation doesn't begin with cruelty. It begins with intensity, and it feels incredible. At first, you feel chosen, special, seen in a way you've never been seen before. They text you all day, call you constantly, tell you they've never felt this way about anyone. They say things like, "I've never connected with someone like this. You're different. I've never opened up like this before. I want a future with you." And it's only been days, maybe weeks. Your brain lights up. Dopamine, validation, attachment. It feels like destiny. But what you might be experiencing isn't love, it's love bombing. And love bombing isn't about connection. It's about acceleration. Healthy relationships grow steadily. Love bombing explodes. They push for exclusivity immediately. They talk about forever early. They hint at moving in. They create urgency. It feels flattering. But when someone moves that fast, they're not building intimacy. They're bypassing your discernment. They don't want you thinking. They want you attached. Another sign? Extreme praise. You're perfect. You're everything I've ever wanted. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. It feels amazing. But here's the problem. If someone idealizes you too quickly, they can devalue you just as quickly. Because they're not seeing the real you. They're projecting a fantasy. And the moment you stop fitting that fantasy, the tone shifts. Suddenly you're too sensitive, too emotional, too difficult. You've changed. The same intensity that lifted you up becomes the intensity that tears you down. Then there's constant contact, not communication, flooding, text after text, call after call, checking in constantly. At first it feels like passion, but slowly it turns into pressure. If you don't respond fast enough, they get distant, or irritated, or cold. That's not love. That's control disguised as affection. Another major red flag? Isolation framed as romance. I just want you all to myself. You don't need anyone else. I don't trust your friends. The less outside perspective you have, the easier you are to influence. Love bombers don't want competition. They want emotional dependency. And then comes the switch. After weeks or months of intensity, they pull back. The compliments slow down, the warmth fades, the effort disappears, and you panic. You start chasing the version of them from the beginning. You think, what did I do wrong? How do I fix this? Why did they change? But they didn't change. The strategy shifted. Once you're attached, they don't need to impress you. Now it becomes hot and cold. Affection and withdrawal. Confusion and anxiety. And that confusion keeps you hooked. Because your brain is trying to get back to the original high. That's why love bombing works. It targets your deepest needs. To feel chosen, valued, irreplaceable. Especially if you've ever felt ignored, unseen, or not enough. Love bombing feels like healing, but it's dependency being engineered. And once you're invested, walking away feels like losing something rare, even if what you lost was never real. Here's the truth. Real love feels steady, not overwhelming, not urgent, not addictive. Safe. It respects boundaries. It doesn't punish you for saying no. It doesn't disappear when you assert yourself. If someone makes you feel euphoric one week and anxious the next, that's not passion. That's instability. And instability is not romance. It's manipulation. Slow it down. Watch consistency, not intensity. Anyone can be amazing for 30 days. Character reveals itself over time. Pay attention to how they handle boundaries, disagreements, space. Because real love doesn't rush you. It grows with you. And the right person won't need to overwhelm you to keep you. They'll simply show up. Consistently, calmly, and safely.